We're back. We're back. Last week we had to take a week off because, one, it was my birthday, and then we had a holiday, so I was off on that Friday, so I didn't get a chance to stream. I did enjoy my birthday. It was pretty cool. Got to spend time with family, but I'm glad to be back. Talk about Melon, talk about the new stuff we got going on, and also talk about the benefits of scheduling your broadcast. If you have any questions, please let us know in the chat. We're here to help. Vermont Paint and Photo. Hello, all. Hello, Vermont Paint. Oh, I'm sorry. Vermont Paint and Photo. Seems like a good time. I enjoy painting and I also enjoy photography. So if I'm ever in Vermont, I'm going to look you up. So last week, let me get my screen. So last week we were talking about how to make your stream more interactive. Not last week, forgive me. The week before last, we were talking about how to make your stream more interactive. Like using banners, using the tickers, different engagement questions you can ask the audience. Stephanie, hello. Different engagement questions you can ask the audience. So that was kind of what we went over last week. So if you ever need tips about that, feel free to look at that one or ask me in the chat. This week, I'm going to talk about the importance of scheduling your stream, why it's super important. It's a simple fix. It's a super easy thing to get set up, but to me, the benefits of scheduling your streams ahead of time are so great. And I feel like most people don't understand it until they're actually in there. So I want to highlight that today. And then I'll walk you through how to do that in Melon, how to get it all set up. So if you guys have any questions, again, ask. If you haven't tried Melon, it's free for the basic plan, which will get you more than, when I say the regular plan, it's much more than that. You can do all kinds of stuff, multi-stream, banners, tickers. Of course, with the pro version, you get more access, more features, but great to try out. Recommend it to a friend. Tell somebody about Melon. We're here. We're excited about live stream, and we're always improving and working on the stream and on the studio. So I'm excited to see what else is coming, to show you guys all the new features that we got going on. I'm really excited. So why scheduling your live stream is important. So in Melon, just like I did for this show, you could schedule your streams ahead of time. And what it will do is it will add the description and the title. And on different platforms, it kind of displays a little differently. But on YouTube, you'll see like live, and it's going to be premiere, or it'd be like scheduled for this time. And so when you do it for that, to me, it gives you more visibility. And in marketing, a lot of times they say that the person needs to see something from 5 to 7 times for them to really like take heed to it. So for me, if you only go live right when it's time to go live, you're only giving them one opportunity really to see it. But when you schedule it ahead of time, it's so many ways that you can promote and get people involved in your stream that I think it will really help. Let's see. Stephanie says it's a pity when you schedule the stream does not start within the post schedule. So if I'm understanding you correctly, what that is different platforms have different, it's like a delay. So it's not necessarily us, it's more of the platforms that they add this delay in. So sometimes there will be slightly off sync, or it doesn't just immediately start because of the delay. One thing I like to do is I like to add the counter, like the intro, and that way it's not so abrasive when it just starts. It's not like the stream just starts and you don't know when it's coming in. I like to put that in there so I know kind of when to start the intro, when to start talking, and when to look at the camera. So I hope that helps. And we're always kind of working on stuff to make the studio better. So hopefully we can find some cool ways to get around that. And if you have any questions, please let me know. But 5 to 7 contacts to get somebody's attention, which in internet terms is a lot. It's so much going on. Like if you're scrolling on Instagram, you're seeing so many ads, so many different pieces of content flying at you at all times. It's hard to stand out sometimes. So I feel like when you schedule, it gives your thumbnail, it gives your description, your headline, whatever your topic is going to be about, more chances, because it's going to say, for example, if you're using the multiple destinations on Melon, it'll show up on Facebook. It's going to show up on YouTube. It's going to show up on Twitch. Wherever the destinations you are, those are a different source that you're going to possibly get new clients or new viewers. So that's why I really like the scheduling feature. Also, if you have email like campaign like MailChimp, if you use Klaviyo, if you use any of those like email automation programs, or you have like an email list, it's great to send out that schedule link. And that way you can get more people to there. And we know that the algorithm rewards content. So the more engagement, the more people that you have, the algorithm is going to reward that. And it's because it needs more content. If you've seen how Instagram is updating and all that, they need more content. So your live stream, your recorded content, all of that is super important. It's just setting you up for success. Cyborg for Life, how you doing? How was your week? Hustle T King Reactions, how you doing? Did y'all make any content this week? This week I did not make much content. I was playing golf and and working. So I'm back to making content this week. This weekend I'm back, but I had to get the golf out of my system. So scheduling, just promoting the schedule link across all your socials. To me, it's just a great strategy. Get you out there, gets everybody engaged with it. So in Melon, I'm going to show you guys how to set up in Melon, how to schedule. And when I say it's super easy, and to me, it's a very huge time saver, because if not, what you would have to do is you would have to take a post, create a post, make it for Facebook, create a post, make it for YouTube community or wherever you want to promote on YouTube. You would have to make the same thing for LinkedIn. This way you could just do it all in one motion, get it out the way. So this is what I like to do, and I'll kind of walk you through. So here's the blog, or it's the support blog, and it goes through detail, step by step, all the stuff that you could do in schedule when you're scheduling your streams. But I'm just gonna go over it really quickly. So here, as you can see, this little button, this little calendar right here, it's on the right side of your Melon, the nav bar. All you have to do is click here to go to schedule, and what it's gonna do is ask you what destinations that you want it to go to. So you pick. And here's the great thing. You could pick between live streaming, like what I'm doing now, or pre-recorded content, which is something that I'm going to look more into doing. For example, I want to start interviewing people from the community. And I know because the time differences, sometimes I might not be able to get the person that I want. They might be overseas. They might, so the time difference. So I might pre-record the actual interview and then be able to broadcast that at a later time. So this is something I'm looking towards doing in the future, but I think that's a really great feature. So that way you could be consistent. Even if you can't do the live, you could have something prepped and it still goes out. So you're consistent, you're on schedule. And then once you're in the actual here, so you select the time and the date, you add your title, and then you add your description. Super easy. And again, I've talked about it before. I always try to think SEO if possible. Try to think keywords. Think what that person is searching for. So you will pop up. That's the key. And again, if you guys want to go into that deeper about keyword research, how to get your titles, I briefly kind of went over it, but I can go in deeper detail for it. So once you do that, it's been set up and you have your link. So with this link is where you could do all the magic. You could promote on socials. You could promote in your email, DM people, which is a great thing. Especially if you're like a new channel or you're starting up, DM your friends, DM your family, and tell them, I'm about to go live. Join me, join the conversation. And to me, which helps, having that early group of people that support you on a live stream kind of helps the chat move. And anytime someone's in the comments and chatting with you, it makes it a lot better. So that link is going to be your friend. See, Vermont Paint and Photo says, I never use countdown. If someone new comes in and all I see is a 10-minute countdown, intro is the way to go. Many commercials for them to learn about you before you go live. I like that. I really like that. I'm actually gonna gonna use that idea. Thank you for that. That is a very valid point, because I only use the 30-second one, so it's not super long. It's pretty quick to get in and out, but that does make sense. That is time that you could be displaying. And in Melon, you can upload your own video. So something I'm going to look into. That's a very great suggestion. I appreciate that. So let's see. Cyborg for Life says, "Yep, I had a live stream. Is it possible to change co-host name instead of email or not yet?" So we had a discussion about it. I don't think it's possible yet, but I know we've had discussions about that. So I would stay tuned. And I think that's something that we're working towards. But I know we've had a couple discussions about it. And Cyborg says, "Yeah, I email and post Discord or communities I have. Also, can Melon pre-schedule on YouTube?" Yes. So you could do pre-schedule to any destination. And Discord is if you have a Discord community, great place to promote your stream also. You guys got the gems. I feel like I'm learning a bunch of stuff here too. I appreciate it. I like this. I like how we all can, share the gems and learn from each other. Let's see. I keep making the mistake. I have two computers and I put my other computer mouse right beside this computer and I confuse myself while I'm streaming. So note to the wise, if you have multiple mouses around, move one before you stream. So promoting your live stream. We briefly talked about it, but scheduling in advance, email, Discord, Facebook groups, if you're in Facebook groups, DMing people directly, making posts right before you go live. So like, for example, I started at Y. I started at 1 o'clock. I could have posted like maybe 12:30, getting people excited at 12:45. Like, okay, I'm gonna start going live. We're talking about this. And it just, again, in the busy internet, you want as many chances for people to see your content. It's such a competition of visibility. The more opportunities you could put yourself out there and in front of people, the better. And I really feel like the scheduling gives you so much time to kind of get things right, gives people time to get acclimated and like, oh, okay, this is happening. Let me prepare. So many times I see something, I'm like, I see it scheduled, and then I think like, oh man, it's Friday, that thing is happening. And then I run and try to go watch it. You can create like commercials, like he said, for the beginning of the video. You also could create commercials for your actual live stream. You could use the thumbnail, which is super important to your videos. And when I was showing you how to upload, you could upload your thumbnail right there. And from there, I would make sure my thumbnail, I try to do borders around. You'll notice a lot of times people use their face and they're doing like a reaction almost, like they're posing. And a small trick I've learned just studying content, I've noticed that a lot of times when you see thumbnails, the person has the same shirt. So people will put on like a black shirt and then they'll just do a photo shoot specifically for thumbnails of them doing crazy reaction faces, like holding their face and making all these weird faces. And then that way you could easily just kind of crank out thumbnails without having to overthink it and trying to find a frame in each one. So that's a way that some people do it. But if you just want to take an actual screenshot of your recording, go in Canva, create something really simple, super easy. You can make it match your Melon aesthetic, your branding, your logos. So that's what I would do. But thumbnails are important. Your titles are super important. Those are what I would really focus on with your scheduling. So that way people see, they're interested. I spend a lot of time on titles. I'll spend maybe 10, 15 minutes and I try to write 15 versions of a title before I pick one. And it just comes from writing ads and writing copy all the time, that I noticed that the more variables and the differences make the difference. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. What else can we do? You could post reminders. You can play the commercial that leads up to the event. And all of that is, I'm telling you, the scheduling in Melon to me is so easy. And I really enjoy how simplified everything is. Before when I was streaming, I was using other stuff. Before I knew, I would always have, it's like, oh, I would want to do this or I would want to do this. Perfect example is the chat widget, which is something that we just launched. So if you're familiar with like Streamlabs desktop, you'll see sometimes the chat will pop up on the actual screen, or like the notifications. Now with the chat widget, you can do that on Melon. Here, let me show you guys. I was excited about this. Let's see. Actually, let me find it because I think it's in the chat. Here, I'll find it. And then also, I'll come back and find that. Okay, and then scheduling tips. So here are a few tips for scheduling your stream. Okay, so advertise your stream in advance, Instagram, and then be consistent with your streams. I try to stream every day at every Friday at 1, just so people know that okay, Melon Show is going to start Friday 1 o'clock. Eastern or wherever you're at, it's going to be a little different. But I try to be consistent. I try to pick the same time each time so people know. And again, you guys are starting to get more familiar. More people are starting to show up. More people are starting to come in and recognize what it is. So the consistency helps build the brand. Cyborg for Life says, I have a question about the pre-recorded live stream. Can we still participate in the chat to answer questions when it goes live? I'm 95% sure yes. I haven't actually done the pre-recorded yet to be honest, but I'm certain yes, because to me that would be the best way to interact too. So you can still keep track, you can still talk, and it's still interactive. Everything should display just like this. So yes, you can do that. And it's great. I really like the idea of pre-recording, especially like if you're trying to get your watch time up. It's not that you always have to be in front of the camera. You could display other stuff to kind of help towards that watch time. Vermont Paint and Photo. Does Melon think they will ever do a studio setup program, like have a pro come in and help people understand lighting and camera settings for the perfect look individually? That is a great suggestion. So a guy helped me from Streamlabs set up my camera because I just had a simple webcam. If you look at the first show, I had a little simple webcam, but then I moved to the Sony A64, I believe it's called, and he really helped me with the camera and the lighting, which it's something I knew the basic stuff of. I knew kind of 3-point lighting system a little bit, but nothing professionally. I would wonder if I could interview him. I think that would be a great interview. See if he could come in, because I learned a lot from just him helping me and walking through setting up the cameras. I think that would be a great thing just to have somebody, because that is something I feel like it can be difficult, even if it's videos online. If nobody's explaining to you what the ISO and why you need the ISO this certain way, or I would definitely I would try that. I run a stream cam Logitech. The stream cams are nice. I like those a lot. Logitech has some really cool stuff. Like I just got this, which is the new, I believe it's called the Glow Light. I'm sorry, I literally just got it, but for lighting, this is really good, especially for like your laptop. If you're doing like a quick little Zoom meeting, I hadn't even got time to set it up yet. That's how new I literally just realized I had it. But it's really good for streaming and getting your lighting set up. It's quick and easy, couple buttons. So yeah, I'll try to do more content around lighting. If that's what you guys are interested in, I definitely will try. Be careful with the cords on that. I have one. Okay, I definitely will. I'll check it out. I appreciate it. Okay, so having this stream schedule once a week, or if you can, always stream more if it's possible. I see some people streaming daily, but again, once a week or once every 2 weeks, as long as you're consistent, I feel like it's a great time. If you're having a guest, the schedule links are super important because you want them to promote the same way that you promote your stream. What I like to do is give the person the assets. So if I'm going to interview somebody, I'll already have the social media assets, or I'll make it like a little graphic. I'll give them the copy and I'll give them the link. So it's very easy for them to promote and get people too, which is going to grow your audience also. And I always look at the scheduling as part of my live streaming process. It's part of the workflow. So it's like, I want to make sure people don't forget to schedule it if possible. If it's just I'm going to go live for the fun of it, cool. I get it. You can't schedule everything, But if you can schedule, the benefits are so great just to get people there. I live streamed 365 days last year. That is dedication. Wow, that is great. I'm sure you learned a lot about streaming doing that. Oh, that's great. I need to do that. What was I have a question for you. In your 365 days of live streaming, what do you think is the biggest lesson that you learned from doing that? Like, what did you come up with that helped you in your workflow as far as doing videos that consistently? Because I'm sure you learned a bunch of stuff just doing that. Oh, that's really cool. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Is it Sangma TV for support? He says, "Good morning, sir. Good morning. How are you doing today?" So I only live streamed 47 times so far. You crushed it, man. Vermont painting photos going crazy. 365 is dedication. Yeah, I respect, because that is hard work. Hey, and if you have any other questions, please let me know in the chat. I'm just waiting to see if is any good lessons. I definitely want to. 365 is commitment. That's a lot of live streaming. I barely could work out Monday through Friday, so that's commitment. I like it. So okay, Vermont. My mouse is stuck. Sorry, guys. My mouse is stuck. Okay, there we go. Vermont Paint and Photo says, keep a time set. If you say 11, make sure it's 11. I have almost 1,500 lives. Wow. That is great. That is really great. That is crazy. That's inspirational. I'm, I'm with you. That makes me want to step up my streaming game. So next week, I'm going to look into the lighting, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to a couple people, even Vermont Paint Photo. I will message you also, because that much content, I'm sure you have some gems to share. I want to interview some people from the community and ask, just ask questions about using Melon, creating content just like I did today, because I'm very interested in learning more about content creation, and I know you guys are too. And I think it would be great just to, talk to people who are actually using Melon. They're using for their day-to-day, creating great content with it. So I'm going to reach out to a couple more people. I've hit up a couple people, and I'm just waiting to get some responses back. So next week, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start interviewing some of you guys. So if you're interested, please let me know. Any new features you could spoil for us. So it's a lot of cool stuff. Chat widget so far is the newest and this release, but a lot of good stuff is being worked on. When I say it's hard to keep up, it's hard to keep up with all the new stuff. I'd be like, man, okay, because I had to write up like the copy for the social stuff. So it's like every week, it's a new feature. I got to write the copy for it. I'm like, hey, you guys are keeping me busy. I enjoy it, So chat widget, check it out. It's an integration with Streamlabs. It's super easy to set up, and it's great. Like, it really makes your stream more interactive, kind of like what we talked about last week, being able to put certain stuff on screen, and really get that look, that stream look how you want to, being able to customize. So I'm super excited about that. And hopefully next week I have a little more details for you, Cyborg. I don't want to get I don't want to get beat up on Slack by the team for spoiling anything. But yeah, I think we have some cool, exciting things. Any more questions? Yeah, let me know if there's any more questions. I'm happy to answer. I always enjoy talking to you guys. If you haven't, try Melon. New features all the time. Portrait mode has been going crazy. People have really been loving portrait mode. And I'm not surprised at all by it, just because where content is going towards mobile, towards short form. If you notice, every influencer, they're doing short form content in that 9:16 kind of style. So portrait is perfect if you're live streaming or you just want to sit down, talk, and record some content. Melon is a great use for that. And then I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to some of you guys, learn some new stuff. I feel like I learned some stuff. Vermont Paint and Photo introduced me to some good stuff. You guys had some really good questions and comments and suggestions. This is what I enjoy. And please join the community, the Facebook community. I'm there all the time answering questions, making posts, talking to everybody. And there's a lot more very, very smart people in there, just like you guys who make great content. Can the work on, hold on, sorry, let me show it on screen. Making it so you could turn off portrait midstream. It locks in with your live. Yes, that again, a lot of these, that's version 1. A lot of these things have been discussed. And I do know people want that. So hopefully it's something that, the team can get together. But yeah, it definitely has been discussed, and I think it would be a great addition if possible. If we have to see it. I'm not on the engineer dev side, so I don't want to talk about I don't want to say like, oh yeah, we can do that, and then they like, oh, this is super complicated. But I think it's something that you should look forward to in the future. I don't want to say near future, but in the future, I think it's something that will happen, and I think it would be a great feature to add to. And I feel like we're on the forefront of the portrait mode kind of stuff, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see how people use it, and all the content that's going to be created from it. I've been seeing some really cool stuff in the community, and it's just cool. I just enjoy seeing different people live stream, and then about topics that I would never think about, but then I'm super into them. One guy in here does like soap opera stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I've never watched a soap opera, but the idea that it's so many people that's into this, and you can create content and build this whole world around that one thing, it's so cool to me. So I enjoy seeing what you guys create, and I'm excited to see more of it. If it isn't any more questions, I'm gonna get off here. I don't want to hold up too much of you guys' time, but if you do have questions, let me know. I'm here to help. And don't forget, you can reach us on all the socials, support@melonapp.com. If you Twitter, Facebook, anything, you're probably talking to me. So anytime that you have a question, you get stuck on something, write it in there, and I'll be here to answer. And if I don't know, I will ask somebody. I'll try to get all the help that you guys can get. And I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys some new stuff next week. I think that's it. Next week I'm gonna look into some lighting stuff. I'm gonna see who I can interview from the community. I think it's gonna be really great. I'm interested to see, what tips and gems you guys can give, because I feel like you guys have some great insight from actually using this and doing it day to day. I feel like when you work on a product, you have a different insight. When you're using it, you have a different insight. So it's cool to get that balance. So I would love to, interview you guys, have a conversation, talk more marketing about your live streams, and then ways that you can use Melon. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy your weekend. Please create some content. Tag us. I want to see some great content coming from you guys. Tag us. We'd love to see it. We always share stuff in Slack with the team. So enjoy your week. Appreciate it. Next week we'll be back with another stream. Thank you guys.